It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
So good to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit its stride. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. We're bringing you the Houston Rockets out at Toyota Center as they face off against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all
in
love
real
the Shaq.
life. Everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq said.
I think my question was, who were your favorite teammates?
Let me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. You look at Dallas, still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square off. It should be a good one, and I'm glad to be right in the middle of it.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Darren Williams out there with Matthews. Ariza with the bucket.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Williams. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Parsons on the wing. Ariza covering. Clock is at 3. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist from Parsons. Matthews has got himself on the board with 3 there. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk just for a bit. They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second-guessing. He might have them third-guessing, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Webb. Can't get it to go. Good D by Matthews. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
We're just looking at the stat sheet. They gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Stolen by Webb. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Webb's got his first bucket of the night. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Darren Williams.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing. Spacing.
And 2 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive powerhouse. He can just beat you in so many ways. Got to give it up for him. Much love.
Now here's Barea. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Now Webb. Dirk Nowitzki missing from long range. Webb. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Outside Matthews. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. 6 points for Wesley Matthews.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Webb, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Matthews. Last game with 30 points, and the shot is good from Nowitzki.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Nowitzki a screen. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Stolen by Webb. And they're on the break. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
McGee dishes to Nowitzki. Again, the miss by Nowitzki.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Pass to McGee. This one for 3. Can't hit. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable...
When I first got here,
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time as tough. Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Capella. Reza comes in for Michael Beasley. James Harden, he's checked in for Jared Bayless. And Webb subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Howard is out there with Booker, and it's Webb in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans really had a hard time. He ended with 7 points and helped out the team by coming up with a few key steals in that one as well. He couldn't take care of the ball all game and seemed to be a turnover machine. We'll see how he responds to that poor outing in this one, guys.
Okay, Doris, thanks for the report. Guys, do you think we'll see a better game here tonight?
I hope so. I mean, for his sake. And I think we will. I mean, he's a tough player. That won't bring him down. It'll only fuel his fire.
You can count on it. I mean, that's what I think. Coming off a game like that will make him work all that much harder today. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
It's Harden with the drive. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
That one's in there. Pocket lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Barea.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Webb. Back to Harris. Dallas moving it around. And it's Matthews again missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Webb with it. Devin Harris covering. Webb can't hit. Mavericks trail by 11. Harris kicks to Barea. McGee is screen on Howard. Back to Harris. Here's the three. Ariza with the rebound. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Webb the pass to Howard. Basket is good. The assist from Webb. Webb's got 4 assists in the game.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Down low. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Screen by Howard. Good if it goes. He got it! That is one fantastic buzzer! Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Shake and Bake. 16 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Williams. Ariza with the bucket.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
It's Williams with the drive, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Poked away and stolen by Darren Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Wesley Matthews taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Matthews. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Webb. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
A moment to check in. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He used the word patience several times in describing what he'd like to see from their offense. It's not a run-and-gun approach he wants from them. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the